So, if Warren Moon, the only black quarterback in the Hall of Fame, so every year when we watch these drafts and we see three or four black quarterbacks in the first round, you basically telling me three of them probably ain't even gonna have good careers. And if they do, two probably gonna have bad careers and be bust. One of them probably gonna have a solid career, a la like a McNabb, but won't make the Hall of Fame. And the other one might make the Hall of Fame. That's basically what you telling me. And that's tough to say too per draft. Really, that really goes on per decade. Just think about this. It's four quarterbacks currently that's black, that's projected to go in the Hall of Fame at the current pace that they are. Russell Wilson, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is a first round pick. Patrick Mahomes is a first round pick. Jalen Hurts and Russell Wilson aren't first round picks. Patrick Mahomes is mixed. So if you're just talking about only being black, the only one since Warren Moon played that's currently projected to go straight to the Hall is Lamar Jackson. That's a first round pick. So that means each draft, dude, when did Warren Moon play? Each draft that you watch, 30, 40 so years, when you watch four black quarterbacks, three, one, most of them ain't finna do jack shit. Even if they're good, they have a built-in excuse on why they be right back out the league. You'll line them up and he have weapons. Like how CJ Stroud was good. What did they do? Start stripping down his receivers, started stripping down his offensive line. They got these boys already set to fail, bro. It's just enough to keep you believing as a franchise faithful, as a diehard. That's how NFL make their money. Knee-jerk type of reactions and emotions. I'm telling you, bro, y'all gotta realize how it's going down. 16 black starting quarterbacks started week one. Go look at them 16 starting quarterbacks and you tell me how many of them is a quarterback you could just look at their team and say, hey, he's starting there for at least 5 years. Come on, bro. They set that up just for them to make history. Come on, bro. Spencer Rattler, stop playing, bro. It was just to make history, bro. That dude is like a second, third string quarterback. Not even second string, third string in practice squad at best. Stop playing. Come on, bro. Y'all gotta start reading the room with the NFL, bro. Reading the room. They let the Eli Mannings, when they decline, stay on their team their whole career. Big Ben Roethlisberger with the Steelers, when he declined, stay on this team their whole career. Drew Brees, even though when he was with the Saints, that wasn't where he was drafted, but he still got to finish it out where he made his bones at. Okay? Them black quarterbacks, they mess up one time, they getting shipped. McNair, shipped. McNabb, shipped. We can go on and on. They getting shipped. Hell, Gino just got shipped. They don't stop getting moved. I don't care how good the level is, how medium the level is. They always are on the move. You got to legitimately be like a Lamar or a Jalen to this point. And like I say, Jalen is a second round draft pick. So you mean to tell me Lamar's the only one that I can guarantee to project to go to the Hall of Fame at this current pace? And he was a first round pick, the 32nd pick at that. You know how many first round picks that I be missing on while I'm drafting them since Warren Moon retired? Now, I'm not saying you can't win me a ring or you might not have me a good career, but if I'm talking about just bona fide, you're going to have us running shit, two championships. You feel me? Even if we're just going from an Eli Big Ben perspective, two championships, maybe even one, the Drew Brees. There wouldn't really be no point of drafting you because at some point you're going to fail me. It's just common sense, bro. Just look at how they got it stacked up, bro. Warren Moon days versus today. There ain't been one in the hall since. And I don't even think Warren Moon was drafted. So Lamar will be the only first round draft pick, bro, that's black. Fully black. I ain't trying to disrespect Patrick. I'm talking about fully. That will go into the Hall of Fame. So that means every time we watch these drafts, what are we doing here with the CJ Strouds, the Anthony Richardsons? Is CJ Stroud even gonna have a half of what Peyton Manning had type of career? Can anybody guarantee that? Project that? Like, what are we doing here when we draft them? Even dating back to the Vince Young, what are we doing here? Did we ever put a Julio Jones type next to a Vince Young, or did we just say, "Hey, make it work"? And if you can't understand this with the new coach, we're gonna run you out of here. We do them all like that from the 90s, 2000s, 2010s to the 2020s. It's an example probably for every single one of them. Cunningham wasn't he playing for the Vikings at one point? And we drafted him in the 90s. In the 2000s, the McNairs got moved. Culpepper ended up playing for the Dolphins, I think, if I ain't mistaken. 2010s, I'm pretty sure you can name some black quarterback off the top of your head right now that got moved and didn't finish his career neither. That's why I'm nervous about Jalen Hurts. That's why even if we don't win Super Bowls, I just hope he keeps stacking good years and they keep buying into him being the quarterback. Because I want my boy in the hall, bro. I'm tired of it. For real, McNabb really should be in the damn hall for crying out loud. It's so funny how Cunningham, I think, might have won MVP, or people kind of in love with just the name and the thought of him, and they think about the failures and whoop-de-woo with McNabb. But when you just look at the numbers and the totality of what he had to work with, McNabb arguably was better than him too. McNabb arguably was the greatest black quarterback, bro, and God knows how long. But people won't look at the body of work, arm talented, versatility. He was ahead of his time. Imagine him with T.O. for 10 years. For 10 years. No problems, no money issues. Imagine if they paid T.O. right from the day they signed him, from the day they acquired him. Just think about that, though, bro. It's like I say, it's always going to be a preset back pocket reason why these black quarterbacks are already set to field the minute they draft them. The minute they draft them. Dude, they literally did. Look at C.J. Stroud, what he working with offensively, and tell me, is it that big of a difference of what Cam Ward got in Tennessee and he a rookie? Calvin Ridley at 30, trash as hell to me, but still, 1,000-yard receiver last season, right? Nico Collins. Name me everybody else after that. Just rookies and no-namers. It's the same shit. Offensive line. Damn near about the same shit, except the Titans invested a little more, but them niggas ain't panned out. Peter Skoronski, J.C. Latham, they ain't panned out. It's already built-in excuses on why they will fail. Keep wasting y'all time next year when they come out in the draft. It's probably gonna be one. I don't care if it's 7 of them drafted. Guess what? Only one of them going in the hall, and it might be one out of the other 7 who have a high career. Everybody else, dude, gonna be regular Joes, gonna be bouncing around the league on some Geno Smith shit until it's over. Bro, they got their careers already preset, bro. Just think about the history of certain franchises. The Colts with Peyton Manning. You really think that owner, I think his name was Jim Irsay, or maybe he passed away, so I don't know who's the current owner. But even if it was him, the Patriots, they pretty much always had a guy that looked like Drew Brees Drew Bledsoe or Tom Brady. You really think a Cam Newton, even if he played straight, he was going to finish his career in New England? Like, man, y'all gotta be real with yourself sometimes, bro. Jacoby Brett said he was gonna finish his career in New England. He was gonna be the guy no matter what happened. Come on, bro. They didn't try to bring in Mac Jones. They had Jimmy G. They had all kind of motherfuckers not named Tom Brady. Dude, I'm not trying to hit Drake May now. Like, bro, quit playing, bro. It was never built for y'all to have an opportunity like that in those certain areas. Why do you think Cam Newton went off to wild rural teams that actually give people an opportunity? Carolina Panthers. Whether it was Jake Delhomme or not, come on now, bro. You think they really care if you got a black or white quarterback? Eagles always had a black quarterback. The teams that you actually see, Atlanta, that's like a black base type of, you feel me? The fan base, the city, the town, you feel me? It's Georgia. It's easy to put a black guy in fucking Georgia, in Atlanta, in the 2000s and get the whole people around him. That's easy marketing money. Common sense, bro. It's chess, not checkers. Having them be good enough to get you marketed, good enough to win you about a little MVP or something, and then they scoot your ass out the way. Hell, Lamar, the first black 2-time MVP, and God knows how long. Not counting Patrick Mahomes, and once again, he's mixed. I mean, that counts too, but I'm just saying, just fully black, bro. Everybody ain't born a certain way. So, like, I'm just saying, if you born to a mama and daddy that's both black, he will be the only standard that you could set from. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying Patrick don't count as black. He got black in his blood regardless if he's mixed. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying, just if you're born with a mom and daddy, that's that way. That's it. And that's kind of crazy. Because like I said, Jalen Hurts a 2nd-round pick. Russell was a 3rd-round pick. So each draft, when we watch these 1st-round picks, you might as well already know what's going to happen. Give or take a few years. Give or take a few excuses. Yeah, what's the line this year? Yeah, it was the defense this year. Yeah, he might have got hurt this year. Okay, now he bounced back. It was the receivers this year. Okay, now they're moving on. Like, quit playing, bro. The writing is on the wall. They won't be going into Hall of Fame like that. They ain't letting all our boys in there like that. We got some that trying to break the dough down like Patty, Lamar, Hurts, and Russ, but they ain't letting us in like that. Y'all got to watch these drafts and watch how they pan out. Go back, watch decades pass, and everything I'm saying going to make sense.